Hello beautiful people on the internet, it is Vanna here, and excuse my light, it's not daytime, it's actually nighttime, and I totally forgot to film this video last week, so I am getting it to the internet right now because I feel like this is a message that everyone needs to hear, especially now that New Year's is coming in. So yeah, so this is my second video for my self-loving series, and I feel like this is a topic that is very important to talk about if you are starting your self-love journey, which is just cleansing your aura. And there's different ways that you can start cleansing yourself and your aura in a way that I like to deal with, the way I like to cleanse myself and just be an overall more self-loving person is to discuss a topic very important, which is comparison. Comparison is so toxic, and I feel like we all do it at a certain point. We all have done it, and I feel like it's an issue that is not really talked about a lot, and it needs to be talked about. So Tori Heather, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, she actually had a podcast, and it was actually her first content in her podcast, like her first, like, not video, but voiceover, I guess you'd call it, in her podcast, and she discussed this topic very well. And from that podcast, I actually got tips that I want to share, and I added my own things to it as well. So she talks about that when you caught yourself comparing yourself, you have to acknowledge it, connect, and celebrate. So this is from her, Tori Heather, not my words. And the way that I took it, it's when you find yourself comparing yourself, it's good to acknowledge it. So acknowledge it can mean that you tell yourself that, like, hey, I am comparing myself. This is not okay. This is toxic for me. And the way that you can connect is, like, if it's someone that you know and you're comparing yourself to, you can also connect to them and be like, hey, how are you doing and stuff, and celebrate with them whatever success they are posting about. They're posting about graduating from college, and you still haven't graduated from college. Connect with them and be like, hey, I'm in college right now, and I am trying to graduate, and I'm having some hard times pursuing this. So connect with them, communicate. Instead of comparing and having a negative thinking, you can also just communicate your feelings to that person and be like, hey, can you give me some tips? How do you got to pursue this? This is just one example from those tips. And judgment. Once you find yourself judging, just judging yourself or judging that other person or whatever you are judging, just make sure to occupy your brain with reading and learning, and and then as well as blame. Once you find yourself blaming yourself for not being far ahead in life of that person that you're comparing to, take action and know that it's baby steps. I don't know who said this quote, but it says, don't compare your chapter 1 to your chapter 10. So don't compare someone's chapter 10 to your chapter 1. It's not going to look the same. They are obviously in a far ahead path than you are, and just know that just because you're not there yet, it doesn't mean that you're never going to get there. It just means that they're in a different chapter of their lives. And another tip is, when you're trying to numb this pain of comparison, some people tend to binge eat, or they tend to just not be productive and just be in this negative mentality. And the way to deal with this is, she mentioned the podcast called Productive Play and Action. So how I would word this is, do something that, like, makes you happy. If drawing makes you happy, if making music makes you happy, it doesn't have to be something that you have to get, like, it doesn't have to be something productive. It could be something that you actually enjoy to do and makes you feel good. So to Tori Heather, hoping I'm saying her name right, she is amazing. So please check her podcast out, and I hope she looks at this video and watches this video and know that, like, I love her so much and I love her podcast. So yes, but yeah, this is some of the tips, and I'm gonna repeat them one more time. So if you're dealing with comparing yourself to other people or to friends or whatever it is that you're comparing yourself to, remember these 3 tips, which is every time you cut yourself comparing, acknowledge it, connect, and celebrate. when you're judging yourself from comparing, learning and reading, just disconnect and distract yourself from having that judgment of you. And every time you caught yourself blaming, why are you not farther ahead in life, just know that it takes baby steps. So just doing that. And then the numbing, every time you caught yourself trying to numb this and try not to feel like this, do productive play, which is do whatever makes you happy, whatever hobby makes you happy. So yeah, I just feel like this is a message that people needed to be, I feel like this is a message that I needed to put out there in my YouTube channel. I am definitely new to this YouTube thing. Yeah, thank you Tori Heather for providing this knowledge and providing this amazing podcast that opened my mind to comparison, because I feel like not a lot of people know that they're doing this, and the fact that like I could put a video and acknowledge other people about it that don't know who Tori Heather is, to know that it's totally okay to compare yourself, and it's okay that you're doing it, but know that this is not healthy. Know that it's okay if you didn't know that this was not healthy, now you know to stop doing it, and just to follow these healthy tips. And with everything, it takes time, and it's all about building habits. And every time you caught yourself doing this, remember that to acknowledge it, connect and celebrate, and just to know that it takes baby steps to get as far and to succeed. It just is a baby step, it's an everyday thing. So I hope this video helps out. This is my first time actually using a tripod, so I'm actually buying more stuff to make this YouTube channel better. And yeah, story time. My phone fell on my butt like 50 times already trying to film this, so I hope that this video was actually helpful, because it took me like so long to actually film this. So the fact that we're here now, it's all that matters. So thank you so much again for clicking this video. It's my second video again, like I said, on my So Love series. I love you guys, and like I always say in all my videos, my last video, namaste.